Decision Plus has been and still is a leading stock market service provider. From training to coaching, we cover it all. Try both our software as well as our coaching site, completely free for 10 days without obligation. No credit card is needed to sign up for the trial. The trial subscription will be automatically canceled for you at the end. DecisionPlus.com, your stock market service center. Real-time coaching has been created. We search and classify critical reports and technical movements. You can visualize or hear the best buying and selling opportunities. Get real-time advice all day long and 3 live coaching shows per day. Let us do the work and save your time for trading. Try MarketGurus.tv free without obligation for 10 days in the menus above. Market Vision Plus is the trading companion of so many investors. Make your fundamental and technical analysis easy with Canada's #1 stock market decision-making software. Research, decide, and follow your positions with Market Vision Plus. See the menus just above this program and try Market Vision Plus for 10 days without any obligation after the show. When it comes to day trading, Trader Plus is the right tool. Track 50 quotes simultaneously. Create dozens of quick lists. Display as many as 30 real-time intraday charts at the same time. Watch the action with candlesticks or bar charts as fast as 10 seconds. See the market by sectors. Use the chart models already prepared for you. Try Trader Plus for 10 days in the menu above without any obligation.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Swing Trading Show. Today we're Wednesday, September 23rd, 2015. Today, folks, in the markets, we have markets that are going down, but so far they're, except on the TSX, where we're making a new low compared to yesterday. On the American market, so far we're at the low. If we take a look at the Dow Jones and at the SPY right now, but really on the TSX, this is where we have a lot of weakness. Mining stocks also took a hit, energy stocks as well. Took a hit today without generating new bearish signals, and the financial sector also as well has contributed to that decline. The show started, folks. I want to share with you an article that we found. So the document sharing button is going to being lit up. You can download this document. This document talks about an article in Financial Post where it says how governments should change their tax regime from a royalty regime to a cash flow tax regime. So I would like you to just download this article, read this opinion. We find it really interesting, especially with the NDP that won in Alberta. Now we know there's some elections going on in Canada. NDP, some polls show that NDP is leading. So of course, what happened in Alberta, if ever there's an NDP government and the federal government, of course I think that could be some topic or some laws, some policies that should be debated. And definitely this is why we recommended this article, because it's a campaign season and because of course of what the NDP has done in Alberta. That personally, according to my opinion, from what I know, even if companies took a hit, but overall it was not that bad for business, in the sense that they just ask for more accountability from companies. Now, if you take a look at the situation here on the indices, though, the energy sector continues to be really weak. Now, if we take a look at the situation here, we have oil that is continuing to go down. Yes, no, it's not the wrong document. The document is supposed to be it's okay. Can you put the document of the mining sector, because you put the document of the ETF in the document sharing. Okay, well, there are all documents there, Tom. So there's the there's the ETF, but there's also the document about the mining sector as well. So you have all this list, and you'll be able to download the ones that you like. As I said, it's the mining sector document that is interesting from the Financial Post. Now, the energy sector, if we take a look at the situation here, thanks for this clarification, Tom, is continuing to remain weak, but not able to generate any selling signal. It remains on its support. Same thing too for the mining sector. Well, it's not same thing, but the mining sector is pursuing its decline really importantly with Teck Resources, First Quantum. It's really bearish for the mining sector. I think this bearish momentum could potentially continue. Today we had the manufacturing data that came out of China. It's the lowest reading since for the last 6 years. So it definitely continues to be a sector that will have a lot of challenges. So let me ask you questions, folks. In the mining sector or in the resource, I'm talking copper, steel, mine, do you have a long exposure on those sectors? Do you have a long exposure on the copper, steel, or mining sector? Yes, if you do have some long exposure. No, if you have no long exposure at all. Because so far, if we take a look at the situation, it's really, really, really bearish. So if you take a look at the situation here, most people don't have a long exposure, which is a good thing. Great job there. It's unfortunate that I cannot recommend you a lot of bearish ETF on the copper or steel sector, though, because that would have been really interesting, especially to trade this decline. But it's really tough to say what's going to be the bottom, because we had the news in China today where we have the lowest reading. But technically speaking, we could be due for a rebound. So those of you, the 34% who still have a long exposure, well, potentially we could have this rebound, but so far we're not seeing any buyers. I think every news coming out of China that's negative is again bringing the wave of sellers more and more on those sectors. So they're really taking a hit. I know a lot of you have been watching a stock like Teck Resources. This company here, there have been several difficulties with this company, especially with the weak coal prices. But so far, it's tough to say Teck Resources is going to rebound at those levels. Of course, none of those stocks today represent short opportunities, but there are at a certain point or certain level where eventually that's going to trigger a rebound. But so far, we're not seeing any buyers coming in on those resources sectors. So that remains the sector that remains really weak. Today, we're going to have an interactive show. So what we're going to do, I'm going to put later on during the break, I'm going to put right now a survey. So I'm going to put the survey and you're going to answer it while I'm going to do the second segment of the show. Well, j'ai déjà fait. So we have the survey here, folks. I would like you to answer this survey. It will be really interesting to have your thoughts, your opinion. As I said, Market Gurus, I talk a lot about Market Gurus, but we also have other products such as Market Vision, Trader Plus, so you can definitely answer those questions. We're trying to see if we can come up with an offer that could better fit your needs in terms of pricing package, in terms of how easy or how user-friendly our softwares or our Market Gurus website can be. So this is why it's really important for us to have your opinion. It is really appreciated. So we can take off the yes and no question and let the survey only, and that will be definitely interesting for you, for us to have your opinion on this. And whenever we're ready to post the results, please advise me, Carl, so we can post the results online. Now, we do have the results. Okay, so if we do have the results, we can post them online. So far we see that most people use at least one or two of our products, which is a good thing. If we continue with the other questions here that we have about if you're using our products, how did you get them? Most people pay for them, okay, which is something that's interesting. And if we take a look at this, evaluate our technology, most people have never seen this technology that we use, which is an interactive technology where you can interact with your host and ask some questions. This is actually the power of our technology, and most people, it's unanimous that most people have never seen something like this before. So it's really appreciated, folks, that you guys are participating on that show. Now, one key important thing to do, especially when we have market conditions like that, where we have some weakness, but I'm mostly talking about the American markets, where this weakness might be limited towards this support. So 4,600 points, this is where we might have a rebound on the NASDAQ. Dow Jones, this is where we might have a rebound, 16,000 points. On the SPY, this is where we might have a rebound, 191. And on the TSX, we are at a point where we could have a rebound, because we have tested that support many times and every time we had a rebound. So it's important to be quick to take some profits on your position. So that's actually what we have done, especially if we take a look at some of our analyst shorts that were recommended on MarketGurus.tv. A stock like ON Semiconductor was recommended as a short on September 18. We did take some profits today. We didn't make 6 or 7%. We made only max 5% on that stock. It's not a big percentage, but it's still enough to be able to take some profits. And the fact that we'll feel more comfortable if ever the stock rally in the next few days, well, at least we know that we are taking some profits, so we'll feel more comfortable with the loss. We also took some other profits on a stock like Fluor that was recommended as a short around here, around there on Fluor. So we had to wait for a while before taking some profits in Fluor, and now we're clearly in a position to do so. And we also did take some profits on Fluor. So it's important to do it. It's important to not rush and hold on to your positions expecting to make a bigger percentage. So this is why we think it's really great to do stuff like that. Now, if you bought some bearish ETF, I know I said about HXD, or there was a TVIX that was a great bearish ETF yesterday, the day trade of the day. Well, make sure that you can at least take some profits on HXD. 540 was the target if you bought yesterday, HXD. So 540 for me was the target. Now, can we have that? Well, I think we're going to need really a big wave of selling pressure, though, to make the TSX go further down. Even the financial sector today, even if it's weak, we still see a support that's there. So there might be some buyers who might come into the financial sector. So it's really something that's it's bearish indeed, but not in a timing situation to open a lot of short positions, especially when we're so close to that support. And if we take a look at MarketGurus.tv, most stocks, there are really few signals. On the Nasdaq, there are no shorting signals. On New York, only 4 breakouts, no breakdowns. On the TSX, there are 7 breakdowns, but only 3 breakouts. So it's really a situation where, in terms of new buying or selling signal, it remains limited. I quickly want to show you here our day trade of the day. It's that stock here, EROS. If you take a look at this, the stock has performed well since the beginning, but since then the stock has really stabilized. So this is why you again had to be quick to take some profits on that stock. So you had those two entry points that became interesting. So we're gonna take the exam during this break. So you can ask the questions of the exam, see if you have a lot of knowledge concerning those exams. So I'm definitely looking forward to look for your answers, folks.
Find answers to your questions by emailing your host at btm@decisionplus.com.
5 good reasons to manage your investments with National Bank Direct Brokerage. Commission fees fixed at $9.95 anytime for all clients and starting at only $6.95 for active investors. No administrative fees if you hold at least $20,000 in your accounts. Registered accounts available in U.S. currency. Powerful tools to help you manage your portfolio. Award-winning customer service and satisfaction levels amongst the highest in the industry. To learn more, visit nbdb.ca or call us now.
Real-time coaching has been created. We search and classify critical reports and technical movements. You can visualize or hear the best buying and selling opportunities. Get real-time advice all day long and 3 live coaching shows per day. Let us do the work and save your time for trading. Try MarketGurus.tv free without obligation for 10 days in the menus above.
So welcome back, folks. So whenever we have the results of the exams, we will post them. So I don't know if we have them right now, the results of the exam. If we can post them, that would be really appreciated. So first, let's start with okay. So we have the results. So what has been the best performer in the TSX and the technology sector since the beginning of the year? You guys are right. Constellation Softwares. You guys are really good. Great job there. Now, if we continue with the next question here for the exam. Which country is the largest consumer of rare earths? China. Of course, a lot of companies talk about that. Yesterday, we received Nemaska Lithium. He also confirmed that as well. So definitely great job there. Now, if we continue with the other one here, with the other questions that we had, which country has the largest uranium reserve in the world? It's no surprise. It's Australia. Some people say Russia, but you know who comes second? It's Kazakhstan. So Australia, Kazakhstan, Canada, and Russia are at the same level. So this is actually some really interesting to see that you guys have all the answers really right. You guys are smart. You guys are really smart. Now, if we continue here with some questions, we have one interesting question here from Adam. Hi, Chris. Should you sell your stock if banks cut target prices on it for no apparent reason? Thanks. Well, I don't think you should. Whenever a bank cut its target price on a stock, you should not only rely on it to take your decision. I think what this can give you is some hint, because the analyst who's writing the report, there are some reasons why he thinks that the stock will be negative or will not do well in the next quarters, right? Because he does an analysis, he analyzes the cash flow, he analyzes the market's environment. So he has done some homework. It's his homework. So I suggest that you stay mostly technical, but you can use the data coming out of the analyst report to determine, okay, what I'm going to what I'm going to really look for. I give you an example. A stock like Teck Resources, right? That stock, a lot of analysts have cut their target on Teck Resources. The company debt has been downgraded. The company also has a project, several projects, and they have some funding, but sometimes in terms of cash flow with the weak oil prices, they think they're going to have some problems. So they have cut their price target. So those are all some information that are interesting to know. Knowing that, for instance, if Teck Resources, you see here, it confirmed a breakout, it reversed its downward trend. But knowing all those challenges that were laid down in the report by the analysts, if, for instance, they cut Teck Resources price target, well, if you got in on this breakout, you knew that it was a high risk. So you would not got in on the stock that where price has been targeted on the first breakout, but you would have gotten in when the stock could have confirmed a second breakout after reaching its resistance of July. So I think this is how you can use those reports, combine them with your technical analysis, but mostly stay technical. So if we stay technical in Teck Resources, let's say that they cut their target prices around this area. Well, so far you should have held on to that stock even if they cut their price target. But here it was clearly sure on August 17 that you should have got out on Teck Resources. So use those reports to give you what's happening in the company, what's happening on the global macroeconomic aspects related to this company, and then stay technical by respecting your exit point. Whenever the stock breaks its support, you get out. Whenever it breaks its resistance, it's a moment to get in. So that will be my best advice, how you can combine fundamental analysis done by those analysts who issue some target prices in some stocks and technical analysis. I think with all those information, you can definitely become, Adam, a better trader. Now, Bear here as a comment. Bear, hi Chris, giving you a big bear hug. It's funny that you said that because I found the bear. So thank you for that big bear hug that you're sending me, Bear. It's really appreciated. Your bear is soft, so thanks, Bear, for that. Now, folks, today we have a situation where on the indices overall, it's not a situation where we'll feel comfortable to give you any buying or selling signals to recommend, and don't even have a list to show you the best breakouts or breakdowns. I think the best timing today is to take some profits when you can. On the bearish ETF, if you open some positions, a lot of them you're not in a situation to take some profits. I would say hold on to them slightly. But if you bought some stocks, if you shorted some stocks, and you're able to take some profits, let's say you're making a 5.5, 4.5 or 6%, take some profits. Those are not big percentages, but take some profits. And this is what we have done so on MarketGurus.tv on 2 of our short positions, such as FLR on New York and the other positions that I've talked about earlier, which is on semiconductor. So those are the 2 stocks among our analyst shares portfolio where we took some profits today. As I said, this is my last week at Decision Plus, so it was a pleasure, guys, talking to you, sharing with you information. Thank you also for your participation and for your support, and definitely look forward to, I enjoyed this experience, and I'm gonna miss my team, and definitely I'm gonna miss you guys and your comments, because you definitely allowed me to be a better communicator and of course a better trader through your questions. Thank you guys, and I wish you all good trading.